Hey, it's Andrew Huang. It's just editing. It's just trimming. Just cut down to just the part of the sound that is anywhere near usable. So some examples of that: keys hitting the table, water bottle hitting someone's face, or a sword being unsheathed. Why not?
Egg? A goddamn egg! Oh yeah, basically I just found a video of a guy cooking egg. Wonderful. So let's see what we can do. I guess that could be a snare. If this turns out well, then we've peaked, guys. I don't know if this is making sense, but like, so what we can do is, you know, take this waveform and then we can just take this part, make it really tiny. And then all you do is repeat. Yeah, there you go.
A couple of weeks ago, this happened. And you can see I have done a number of other things like a spray bottle, a gun being cocked, snapping a drumstick in half, a Mario amiibo slapping a Bowser amiibo, and the click of the R button on a GameCube controller. And there is my sound. I'm going to copy it throughout the song. You can highlight lots of them, copy them, many of them at the same time. With most digital audio workstations, if you hold Control and click on something, it copies it. And now that they're copied, this particular sound has a lot of white noise in the background. So I want to remove that, and with all of these tracks selected, anything I do to the one will be done to all of them. So I will just bring it down so that it's just the captured sound here, and you can see they all did that. I know you can barely see it on the screen because it's such a small sample. The other ones are a little bit bigger, but now this is what we are left with.
How many shrimps do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat rich.
Next easy way to transform a sound is with pitch shifting. Many programs allow you to do this. If you speed up the playback of a sound, it'll be higher. If you slow down the playback, it'll sound lower. One of those that I want to draw your attention to was this straw blowing video clip. That's a really short sample that I cut down, and I pitch shifted it up by 16 semitones, leaving us with this. And so that basically sounds like a hi-hat, and that's exactly how I used it in this drop. And I guess that's one of the tricks, is just thinking about some of the sounds as if they are real instruments and using them in the way that those real instruments have always been used. Because those are ways of playing those sounds that we've already figured out sound good.
Let's try to make a kick out of something. I mean, this could probably be a kick. I don't know how this will work. It's somewhat working. Okay, so we got some sort of kick. The snare shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, same idea. Yeah, I need to layer it. Okay, let's try this out. Yeah, I'll make it like a drum rack, because I want to play it. Hi-hats. Yeah, we could kind of copy and paste it here. I'll put it right here, and I'll put it right here. So I should have...
Next, if you've got sounds that are pitched, then pitch shifting those can result in melodies. So that was a bottle being hit, pitch shifted to a few different notes, and then a slinky hitting the floor that was slowed right down. Here's the original sound. Here it is, it goes down. ends up sounding kind of like a bell. Now, another kind of pitch shifting is where the amount of pitch shifting changes over time. So check this one out. Got a sample of this dude saying my name.
Andrew Huang.
And what I did was just take a tiny piece of that and pitch shift it up, but then draw an automation curve so that the pitch would fall really quickly. So it sounds like a weird little budget laser beam. Here's one where I went the opposite direction with the pitch shift. I took a sound, pitch shifted it down, and then had it zip back up. This was some really creative piano playing that I wasn't sure how I was gonna work in. But then I figured I'll just turn it into a weird sound effect rather than trying to get notes or chords out of it, and I really like how it turned out. I could make a whole track just around that.
Notice how even though the sample was just one note, Simpler immediately allows us to play this note across the keyboard. You can do this with absolutely any sample. Let's go back to the browser and go into the folder of drum samples, then into the bell folder. Let's grab this cowbell sample and add it to our Simpler. This will replace the previous sample. Notice how even a sample that might not ordinarily be pitched can be turned into an instrument with Simpler. At the moment, loop is disabled, so let's turn that on using the loop button. Notice how now when I hold down a note, the sample repeats. The loop, length, and fade controls let us adjust the selection within the sample that will loop. So we can take a sample that might not otherwise sustain and get it to loop.
So, time to make some sense. So I'm going to change it into the key of D. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean A major. I'm trying to make like a lo-fi thing, you know what I mean? But I don't know how I'm going to do the bass line. Okay, let's just give it a try. Something. I'll probably change it later. Yeah, it needs like some weird pad. Okay, so let me find something good. Actually, it's too bright, really. More like a lead. I need like a chord, you know?
Next technique, EQ. Here's a weird sound someone sent me and I have no idea what it is. So I took a little piece of that I liked, but because of the quality of the recording, it wasn't really coming through the way that I would like, and so I did some pretty extreme EQing. You can have a look at these curves to make it sound like that. So that's just bringing up a bunch of the treble, completely cutting out the unnecessary bass frequencies, and then it looks like there was also a problematic frequency here that I got rid of. I don't know if you can hear that little hum. Yeah, and I just sliced that right out.
Your shit is appropriate system.